Alrighty, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hello Eorzean. It is me, your host Nocturnal Furore. We are back on another Friday, and oh good lord, we got all sorts of stuff for you. I might get a little emotional discussing some of the stuff we'll be discussing later. Of course, I am here with my usual co-host, Raz.
Hello.
And of course, we actually have somebody else here with us today. My husband is unfortunately not able to join us. He's dealing with some technical issues. So here's one of my officers, Hatter.
And good evening, you long-legged beetles and bow-legged ants. How are we all doing tonight?
Did you just say long-legged?
Yes,
Beetles.
I did. I am Hatter, your wild chaos kitty. How you all have a wonderful day.
Probably not as chaotic as me, but that's another story.
We can fight for that.
Yeah, you two can duke it out over that cat fight.
Yeah, a cat fight, literally. First
Literally.
off, in regards to content, the last couple of weeks and all sorts of fun stuff, how are you two doing today?
Chilling.
How are y'all been doing?
Honestly,
Real solid.
took
Yeah.
a little bit of a little time out. Enjoyed some other games.
Yeah.
Managed to play a bunch of Red Dead 2 and completed it within a week.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God, that's right. I can't believe you finished it. You said you, 100%ed it?
Not 100%, but I
Okay.
completed the main storyline and the epilogues. So
You're-
now it's just pretty much free roam.
You're a fucking
Any,
lunatic.
side quests. I did
That
it
is-
all the main story and all the epilogues in roughly 62 hours.
Damn, dude. That's
That was all within 1 week.
That's insanity. But yeah, guys, we got a lot to go through. Like, I've got a list of shit, and there's still more to talk about because we're actually gonna bring T-Cat in here for some DJ stuff as well. Because somebody has figured some shit out in regards to the whole DJ program thing. So we'll go into that once we get done with this list of things that I have going on here. So let me go on ahead and pull up my handy dandy display. You'll see usually usually have a whole bunch of tabs, but because there's just so much shit, I'm just going to run through the Final Fantasy Twitter. First off, they just had live letter again. What, last week? Was it? Last Friday is when they did their last live letter before Dawntrail drops. So they put out some new screens. So here's a new screen of Tuliola, which looks very pretty. It's gonna be really, really cool. How would you pronounce that? Urkopacha? Urkopacha? Urkopacha.
Urkopacha, I guess.
That makes sense. And then, of course, we have Shaluani. Shaluani is supposed to be a representation of North America from what it looks like here. Like Western style North America. And there you go, Raslin. Since you just did fucking Red Dead Redemption 2, you will be right at home with this, it looks like.
Yep. That looks very similar to Rhodes.
Wow.
If you've played
Exactly.
Red Dead, you will know what Rhodes is. It is a very small town. Looks pretty similar to this.
Yeah, it's quite insane. But anyways, and then the next one, this Solution 9. Something straight from Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes, agreed.
I am very excited. Like, look at the little bar right there to all the counters and stuff. I'm pretty sure this is where all of our NPC vendors and everything are going to be at. And then,
Yeah.
oh, look at the comment right here. Oh, nah, they got it. They got the Cybertruck here. This is going to be good. They said
Is it,
they did
is
mention.
it an alcohol bar?
I think that's the alcohol bar right there. Like right
That's
over
where
here.
you'll find me.
That's where you'll find me.
I'm just waiting for all of the outfits and things like that because the little raver
Dude.
inside me is just dying for more glowy and good raver looking outfits.
Yeah, some of the raid stuff looked really sick too, which we'll go into that as well as we go through this. But yeah, Solution, this is going to be the main hub, you know how Rogers Reach, Yulmore, and right now, of course, it is Ratatan. And so,
Ratatatan.
Ratatata. I know. It's there's a particular way to pronounce it, but Ratatan is how you're supposed to.
Ratatatatatatatata.
God, don't. I'm gonna sound like Uncle Ruckus with him making fun of the fucking Chinese kids.
Ratatatatatan.
Oh God,
Oh.
I'm canceled. I'm canceled.
You did it.
I'm so canceled. Anyways. And then, of course, they reveal what new key characters there are. I'm shocked they did not like... Oh, this is one of them. This right here. This guy right here. This dude right here. Like, this is supposed to be, like, the smart... These two are supposed to be, like, the smart people. He's like, I'm just in this just because... I think it's the same way with this guy. And then you got an asshole that's two-headed like this dude. He's like, oh, I have two heads. You know, I'm automatically supposed to be the ruler. Or some shit like that. The Dawn Light is what they call it. The Dawn Servant. That's what they call the ruler, is the Dawn Servant.
At least we can call him Two-Faced.
Yeah, no shit. But, yeah, literally. But yeah, they discussed a little bit about these characters that they're going to be putting in. We have no fucking clue who this chick is. It just said, like, Maiden or something. The Maiden or some shit like that. No one has no clue who this woman is. So, people are suspecting this may be like the last Allegan princess or some shit like that. I'm not too entirely sure what's up with that, but we will look into everything and see what happens. This is just a screen of this is supposed to be a screen of the job quest. Look at these outfits.
They look sick. Look at the tank one with the spikes.
I know. Fucking Fist of the North Star vibes over here.
Literally.
Straight up. Just straight up.
I love it. It's great. People are saying like Mad Max, Fist of the North Star. It's yeah, it's gonna be some good stuff.
Yeah, I can see the Mad Max vibes, yeah.
This is one of the new trials.
Ooh.
This was the one that they did show off in the live letter. Like they show it right here. Here.
Visuals.
Yeah, the big old.
Not just with the
Oh shit, that looks like a
Flaming
big ass phoenix.
Yeah.
And
He
of course,
stands in
there's
the
Yoshi
freaking
P.
thing.
Yeah. Classic
You
Yoshi
failed,
P.
Yoshi.
That's a big
Fail.
motherfucker, too.
Not just with the casting, but
Yeah. Of course, Yoshi P stands in the place the one
course
place
he
where you're not
does.
supposed to stand.
And then, this is what everyone's excited about. All of us raiders are really excited about is the Arcadian. This is a for those that don't know, this is a tournament-style raid. This is a tournament-style raid. They did show a little bit off of the first raid. And they accidentally gave away the name right here. Because they were supposed to cover this up and hide the nudity, but yeah. So from what people translated, hi T-Cat, hello. What people translated here is that this is supposed to be the lightweight or something like that. Some shit like that.
A raid named after you.
You're going in timeout.
Try me.
You are going in timeout. But yeah, this is the teaser, the first tier. The name, I believe people translated, it is literally Black Cat. But here's something that was pointed out just recently. You can see the decibel percentage of the health now.
Okay.
See, like, watch. Decibel percentage. I love that. I want to know exactly where we're at in regard to, like, people's health or enemies' health and stuff like that. Oh, here was another speculation. The sounds of the crowd. This is what people are saying where they got the crowd sound from is from the Tokyo Fan Fest when they did the Primals concert. They recorded the crowd, and possibly placed it into the Arcadium for the crowd noises and stuff, which I think is really fucking cool, to be honest.
That is a really sick way of like including your fan base.
Yeah, like, oh shit. But yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. Also, thank God for this feature, because this was like one of the biggest complaints that people had when starting expansions. You know how everybody's hovered around the fucking quest person where they won't like load in or you can't see them? It's like damn near impossible to click on that NPC to continue your fucking quest. Guess what?
Word, so let's look at a video to demonstrate.
Goodbye!
Thank
New feature.
God. Thank God for that.
It's gonna make doing those events so much easier.
Picture
Oh, you have no clue. That, oh my god, it's gonna be absolutely phenomenal. Also, dyeing adjustments. 2 different dyes can be applied to gear. Equipment supporting this new functionality will be increased each patch. So, not everything like we have right now as glam is not gonna have this feature yet, but they're slowly working on it. And an option to set favored dyes will be, I could just favorite my Roland Berry.
I can favor all my purples.
Yes. Yes. Need. And an option to save previously applied dyes will be added. I like that too. I really like that too. Really like that.
You can like back and forth figure out.
And here's how it's
for
demonstrated.
existing gear, it would be like your
Oh, that looks clean.
well, existing slot.
Because before you couldn't dye that part. You could only dye the lining, like that pink.
Yeah.
You could only dye that.
Yeah.
So one is basically for existing
quite like
gear,
that.
it would be like
I like it a lot.
well, existing.
I like it a lot. I really do like that. It's gonna be. I love it. What was it? They first announced this at when I went to FanFest in Vegas. That was probably the loudest bit I heard from the crowd, was that we're getting a 2-dye system. Me and this chick next to me were screaming our fucking heads off, and I heard somebody behind me go, "They finally did the Guild Wars 2 route."
Oh my God.
With the multi-dye system. I thought that was absolutely funny. Oh yeah, accessories.
And so
Look,
with these face wears or spectacles,
so they're gonna have like a separate little thing for the eyewear, and when you go to select it, there's gonna be like different variations of it.
in this round,
Oh, sick.
you have them in the default color, but then you also have different color variations.
Isn't that cool? I could wear my glasses.
You will have
Mm.
12 color options.
My
Could have
glasses.
said some in then, but I'm not.
Basically.
I don't-
すごい
Uh,
太っ腹 generous.
I can wear my hat with my glasses.
Exactly. You can wear your hat with your
With
glasses.
these face wears or spectacles in this round, you have them in the default color, but then you also have different color variations.
デフォで
It's so good. I love it. It's so good. And then they showed off some stuff, some minions. Look at the kitty.
猫アピール猫ちゃん
Oh my God.
Did you hear that, Neko-chan?
これは猫派の仕業が
Somebody must be a cat person.
Here comes the kitty.
ちょっと皆さんちゃんとカメラにアピールしてきますね
Dude, the minion looks good too, graphics
す
wise.
ごいな
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
So they revealed a couple of minions. There's like a little tiger cub minion. This is what our extreme mounts are gonna be.
あるんですけどこいつちょっと変わってます
Ooh.
Of course, there
It
are
gets
those
better.
that are simply just a
Sick.
pair of wings. else
That's
that
gonna be so sick.
appears, but this one is a bit different.
Oh, you got a tail.
So I have a feeling how they're gonna do these mounts. We're gonna have sets of wings, but when we take flight, they're all gonna be different.
Of course, there are those.
So again, now it makes me wonder, what the fuck are we gonna fight that's gonna require wings? Oh yeah, look, we get an alpaca. Look at it.
間違いない
Ain't he cute?
いやー
I have a feeling that's gonna be like a hunt mount or something like that.
Yeah.
Last one, please.
Deep Dungeon, maybe?
If you saw like right here, there's like a sugar glider. Oh, the oppressor is gonna be a mount too.
What?
The oppressor, the Alexander boss.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that ugly motherfucker. Yeah, he's gonna be a mount too, and I have a feeling that's gonna be a PvP mount.
Possibly, yeah.
It would make sense. But so here is the official schedule that they've got right now for this is the release schedule right now. So June 28th, of course, is the early access for 7.0 for those that have pre-ordered and stuff. Also, I do want to tell everybody this real quick because I just found this on my email like 30 minutes ago. Everyone should have gotten an email saying that on the 24th is when you're going to start getting your registration code for the game. They're going to start sending out everybody's full registration codes and stuff. And you have to, hold on. I'll go back and read the email one more time. Give me a second.
Who'd the email come from?
Square Enix. It is directly from Square Enix. It came in an hour ago.
Square Enix.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why it
Square
seemed
Enix
sooner.
Cool.
So, thank you for placing a pre-order of Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. I'm reading it off my phone right now. We wanted to let you know that your full game registration code for Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail will be sent to you via email. Codes will be sent out from June 24th, and this will be done sequentially. So it might take a bit of time until you receive your code, but rest assured that you will receive your full registration code in time for the release. Be sure to keep an eye out on your spam or your promotion folder. If you have placed your order while logged into your store account, you will also be able to find your code in the orders section of your account by clicking on order details from your Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail order. This will only show once you have received your code via email. Important. Please note that the full game registration code can only be registered once Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail officially releases on July 2nd. If you attempt to register it before release, it will be shown as invalid. So if say it's like the day before a release date, it's going to just pop up as invalid. So we gotta wait until July 2nd to put in the code. If you attempt to register the code before its release, it will show as invalid. If that happens, please wait until after the game has been released to enter your code. For more information on how to redeem your full registration code, please visit blah, 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 blah. We should all know at this point how to do all that through the Mog Station and stuff. You can already register your pre-order bonus code to ensure that you can join the early access period for Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, which begins on June 28th. Thank you again for your purchase with us, and we hope that you'll enjoy Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. So, keep an eye out on and after June 24th. Keep an eye out your email for those codes. So, and then of course, as we spoke, July 2nd will be the official launch. Be sure to start putting your codes in by then. And then, of course, July 16th, which is 2 weeks after the initial launch, is when they're going to release patch 7.01, which is the start of the Arcadian raids. So you've got 2 weeks to level up the job that you want to do for those raids and start getting geared up a little bit, because they're going to release Tombstone gear at this point too. So you need to be on top of that shit. And
Already
then,
ahead of you.
exactly, and then 2 weeks after that release of the Arcadian will be Arcadian Savage. And the Cenote Jaja Garal, that is the treasure maps. That is the first set of treasure maps stuff we're going to get. So keep your maps handy for that. And of course, there will be elegant tomestones of heliometry added. So that's the new special tomestones, and I'm sure there's going to be tomestone gear for that and whatnot too. And of course, there's going to be new master recipes and crafted gear added. So at this point, you want to get your class ready for the raids, and then you want to start working on gearing up for the savage stuff and start leveling your gatherers after you level up your initial main job that you want to do, which it shouldn't. Once you go through MSQ and whatnot, you should be able to level up your gatherer just fine. It's just tedious, of course, but yeah. So there is all of that. There is also one more. There is actually a couple more things we gotta go over here. They also did announce these cute little fucking dolls that they are working on, the Dollify Dream series. These are so cute. This is why they had these sitting behind them during live letter. Look at them! Dude, I had a friend in high school who would design and do pictures with these kinds of dolls and stuff. They looked pretty fucking creepy, but
Yeah, I was about to say, like, they remind me of, like, there was this line of dolls they had back in the day with all of them in like very like farmhand sort of looking dresses.
Oh yeah,
things like that. That these remind. They were also the ones usually that if you tilt them, their eyes moved, and it was freaky.
Oh yeah, gotta love that.
Part of the reason I don't like.
Look at our boy. Look at our boy, he's so adorable. And of course you got the little artistic pieces and stuff. Oh, that's cute. Of course, another thing, when 7.1 maintenance hits, that'll be the end of Crystalline Conflict Season 11. That will also be the end of this series as well. So if y'all haven't gotten your armor and stuff yet for this series, you might want to grind for the next handful of days, because that's really all you got left is a handful of days, really.
Let's see.
I got like 9 ranks in there.
I got 5.
I need one more. I just hit 24 today, so I need one more rank before I can get my armor, and then I can actually be content. I might do a little bit with Temmie just so she has the cute little slump emote, but that's about it. More art.
Oh, I've already got the emote.
This just ended. The Dragon Quest stuff just ended. Also, the Yokai event will be ending very soon too, so y'all need to get on top of that if you haven't gotten your weapons and your mounts.
Fuck that. I got the minion and the wisp mount, and that's all I care about. It's just pathetic. I hate that.
Here is the next thing I want to go about, because this is the biggest concerning thing that we got going on in regards to launch date, especially on early access, is this right here. So, which is why I got this up. Thank God I got some water right here. I know, imagine that. I'm drinking water. Alright, this is the biggest concern that everybody has in regards to congestion during Dawntrail's launch. We would like to share information regarding the congestion that may occur during the early access period and release of Dawntrail. With the launch of a new expansion, we are expecting far more simultaneous logins compared to usual. In light of the congestion that occurred during the launch of Endwalker, I'm sure everybody remembers that. Yep. We have taken precautionary measures such as expanding our data centers and adding new worlds. However, our player base has continued to grow since, and a large number of players will be playing for extended periods during launch of the new expansion, which could result in worlds reaching their login caps and therefore longer login queues. Excuse me. To alleviate our players' concerns, we would like to share some details regarding situations that may arise during early access and the launch of Dawntrail, which it'll be even worse that day, as well as our countermeasures against congestions. This is where people get concerned. So, login queues. Let's start with login queues. When a world reaches the maximum number of players that can log in, it will result in a login queue for that particular world. Even if the queue does not appear to be counting down, the queue process is still functioning and will admit players in the order in which they queued. We apologize for the inconvenience, but ask that you patiently remain in the queue should you encounter a wait. Note that upon canceling a queue, you will be moved to the back of the queue when re-attempting to log in. When a login queue is in place, players on the full version of the game will be prioritized for logging in. Free trial characters will be able to log in after the login queue has been cleared. So, free trial people, you're kind of shit out of luck right now. Yep. So you're kind of shit out of luck on. Yep. Just
make sure you don't have too much like monster in your system. Not. Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Hey, I have been relatively good about my monster intake. You can go ask Womp when the last time I had a monster, because he always buys them. So, okay. This allows us to prioritize our paying customers and will mean longer wait times for free trial users, but we would like to ask for your understanding on this matter, which is it is understanding. I mean, we pay for the shit. I'd be really pissed if we didn't get prioritized.
Yeah.
All right, this is where the fun stuff happens. Restrictions on data center world travel and world visit systems. As existing data centers and worlds are expected to become especially congested, the following restrictions will be in place starting patch 7.0 until patch 7.01 or patch 7.05 at the latest, depending on the situation. So there is a big possibility, especially those of us that are venue owners like myself. I've already taken the precautionary measures that I'm going to be closed for the first couple of weeks, but then we see this, and there is now a potential that it may be longer. It may last up until they release Savage, which is 4 weeks after the initial relaunch, which I am more than prepared for. So, with that said, so they're depending on the situation to alleviate the congestion and prioritize logins for homeworld residents. So I would highly suggest those of you that have housing and whatnot, be sure you are logged back into your world before maintenance starts. Because once that happens, you ain't going to be able to get back around. And I will feel so bad if I hear about how someone did not log back into their world before maintenance and they are stuck, like, say, you've got a Lamia character and you're stuck on fucking Exodus. You're stuck on Exodus now, and you got a home on Lamia, which is probably about to tear down because it's probably going to be up to 4 weeks before you can see that. And that's how long it takes for it to be destroyed, right? Like about 28 days, 30 days since the last time you were on your property?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So, let's take a look because they have specific restrictions for specific data centers right now. So, data center travel within the same physical data center. So with the Japanese data centers, the number of non-homeworld characters that can be logged in will be limited. So to clarify, when a world has reached a maximum number of visiting characters, non-home world characters that are logged out on that world will be unable to log in, and the world will be unavailable for visitation via data center travel. Yeah, they're going to wait until 7.0 or 7.6. Yeah, exactly, Kat. And so with North America data center, Aether, Primal, and Crystal will be unavailable for travel. Dynamis, however, will remain available for travel, and the maximum number of traveling characters will be increased compared to usual. The newly added worlds in the Dynamis data center are still relatively unpopulated and may be helpful login and destination when other worlds are experiencing high congestions. But I also heard you might not be able to play that character if it's on it. Exactly! So, okay, yeah. I did read that. Like, if your character's on another world that is congested and you're from a different world, you won't be able to log into it at all. So, my point stands. You need to be in your home world before maintenance hits. And I'm going to make sure of that with some of my other alts that I have and stuff too, to make sure that they're all in their home worlds, or else I'm not going to be able to log into any of them at all. So please, 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 please do that. They are telling you, however, though, if you are in your homeworld and the login times are longer, they are actually trying to encourage you to go over to Dynamis. Here's my concern, though, and I was actually discussing this with some buddies of mine, Neo and Have. Or I can't remember their fucking first name. It starts with an H. Anyways, we were just discussing, if you go over to Dynamis, would you be able to come back? That's my concern.
Ooh, that's a question.
So I would still highly suggest try sticking to your own world unless you are that desperate to get MSQ done and stuff, and you don't have housing and everything like that. Then yeah, go right on to Dynamis. Go and test that theory. But I ain't doing it. I'm not testing that theory. I'm not going to test that theory where, I can jump over to Dynamis and not be able to come back to Primal. Because they did specifically state, Aether, Primal, and Crystal will be unavailable for travel, but Dynamis still will. So I really hope they clarify that. I really, really hope so. So in regards to European data centers, of course, Chaos and Light, that's where Rosalind is going to be going to, will be unavailable for travel. Shadow, however, will be open for travel with probationary worlds, which may be helpful login destinations when other worlds are experiencing high congestion. So same deal, they're trying to promote people to go over there in case there's things that are too congested. Yeah. All right, and now so this is a thing too. Visiting the Oceanian data center via cross-region data center travel. The cross-region data center travel functionality, which has been a public testing for some time and appears to be stable, will be usable 7.0 onward. Traveling limitations on cross-region will remain as followed. So data center to Oceania, North America to Oceanian, and European Oceania. So they're still limiting it right now. They're still limiting it to Oceania, but I'm sure once it's all lifted, we'll be able to go wherever. All right, world visit system. Oh boy, this is where it gets very concerning too. So, for Japanese data center, the number of non-home world characters that can log in will be limited. When a world has reached its limit, we just read all that just a second ago. North American Data Center. Aether Primal Crystal, the world visit will be unavailable, so I can't just say, fuck it, I'm bored, I'm gonna hop over to Lamia. That's not gonna happen. However, remember, we do have PF. If you do have friends in other worlds inside your data center, you can still create a PF with them. So remember that. Keep that in mind. So, Aether Primal Crystal's a no-go. Dynamis, the world system will remain available, and the maximum number of characters that can visit via the system will be increased. So, again, they're trying to promote people to go over there and stuff. European Data Center, of course, for Chaos and Light, the world visit system will be unavailable. Those are the most packed ones. The world visit system will remain available on Shadow Data Center. Furthermore, the maximum number of characters that can visit via system will be increased, of course, because both Shadow and Dynamis are unpopulated. Yep. So that's why they're increasing all that. And they're expecting people to go over there that don't have housing or FCs for buffs or anything like that to go over there and just do MSQ and stuff. Oceania Data Center, the world visit system will remain available as usual. So Oceania is not even being touched at all. Just because that is still, like, a newer world. Or a newer data center. Alright. Additionally, characters that were visiting another world prior... Okay, so that's the good clarification. Additionally, characters that were visiting another world prior to 7.0 will still be able to return to their home world regardless of traveling restrictions. But their ability to return may be temporarily impeded by periods of server congestion. So it's telling us you can still go back, but you're just going to be waiting a while. That makes sense. As such, if your character is currently visiting a world that has travel restrictions, we advise returning them to their homeworld before 7.0 maintenance begins, as the restrictions will lower your login priority. I will continue to preach it. Just be in your homeworld. Just make sure you're in your homeworld before patch and all that shit. Just be there. Playing on other worlds during congestion. Oh boy. High congestions is expected on all worlds, especially those on the Japanese, North American, and European data centers. Although data center travel and world visit will be limited, as mentioned above, during periods of high congestion, you may want to consider playing on worlds with relatively lower populations, such as New Worlds, NAEUOC, probationary worlds, EU, and those on the Oceanian data center. Players on the Japanese data center traveling to a less crowded world via data center travel using the world system, or traveling to Oceania data center via data center travel is recommended during high periods of congestion. So players on North American data center, it's pretty much saying the same thing. Go over Dynamis if you're dealing with a lot of congestion. Same thing with the European data center with Shadow, essentially. So, of course, and then, of course, it shows how to travel, blah, blah, blah. Give me a second. Sorry, I was trying to get more water. Why is my music off? Turn it back on. Okay. And so, next, is showing you new character / blah, blah, blah. There will be restrictions based on world visit system or data center travel that you will still be able to progress in main scenario quests, as well as find parties and prioritizing duties through the duty finder. That's why I was saying, even with the restrictions, you can still do PF and duty finder and all that. So we recommend considering this method depending on your situation. Read on to learn more about the world system and its restrictions, and learn more about data center travel and its restrictions. So they pretty much clarified that, essentially that you can go visit, just if you try to come back, you're going to be dealing with much longer wait times. Because, remember, you still have to travel from one data center to another. So that's one separate queue you have to deal with. And then you got to deal with the queue of logging into the data center you were traveling back to. So I personally don't think it's worth it to go to another server and have to deal with all that potentially, because I have a free company with buffs and a house and everything like that, and I just don't want to deal with that personally. So let's scroll down here. New characters cannot be created on a world that is experiencing congestion. This is because new characters must be logged into the world in order to be added to the database and complete other character creation processes. For this reason, we ask players to create new characters outside of the peak congestion times when the world is less crowded. In the case of North American and Oceanian data centers, the newly added worlds are relatively less crowded and recommended for creating new characters. So like Dynamis, Oceania, Shadow, you can make new characters all day because they aren't even that populated. So this is where the fun stuff starts, because we had all those weird errors that had happened last time we were dealing with this shit and whatnot. So this is where things get really fun. Error 2002 when logging in. Error 2002 may be displayed when selecting a character in the character selection menu. This error is displayed when the login server is experiencing high amounts of traffic, or when the number of characters waiting in the login queue for a logical data center exceeds its maximum capacity. I will be very shocked if I see that. This is a measure to prevent the server from crashing due to extreme traffic loads. Should you encounter error 2002 when attempting to log in, we apologize for the inconvenience, but we ask that you wait a while before trying again. Furthermore, the aforementioned maximum capacity has increased by roughly 50% compared to the launch of Endwalker. Error 2002 may also occur when you are waiting in login queue. Longer wait times mean an increased likelihood of being interrupted by connection issues due to packet loss, unstable Wi-Fi connections, and other network environment factors. In the event of a disconnect due to an error 2002, the lobby server will hold your place in the queue for roughly a minute. So if you get that, you need to log right back in that bitch right away if you want to get back in that queue properly. You gotta be fast as fuck, boy. Yeah, exactly. If your connection returns and you manage to re-enter the lobby server relatively quickly, you'll be able to return to your place in the login queue. However, if, of course, a certain amount of time passes before you return to the lobby server, your place in queue will be lost, and you will need to re-enter the login queue from the beginning. That's where everybody got pissed. Like the random error that they'll get while they're waiting in queue. That's why they're saying you need to jump back in that bitch as soon as you get that error. Oh, I just got a DM. Give me 2 seconds. Bear with me a moment.
Wow, imagine checking DMs while doing the podcast.
Sorry, it's in regards to stuff I wanted. So it's in regards to stuff I wanted to bring up, the DJ stuff. But with us already almost going into an hour just covering the content stuff alone and prepping for Dawntrail, I know I'm going to be talking about the next bullshittery a lot. So. But yeah, now T-Cat says it's my fault. You can blame her. Boo, boo, point at her, boo. I'm kidding.
No, I'm blaming Nock for this.
Fuck you.
She wants to bring up some drama that's going on.
Oh no, it's
relevant shit.
Hey, it's in regards to the whole DJ program stuff, that I'm shocked the shit she sent me last night. The mathing was mathing. It was weird.
Yeah, but I'm on about that shit you want to talk about. Well, the drama shit that's going on.
Hey.
Regarding that stupid lawsuit.
But was that not intriguing, though? How fucking insane it is.
But not for the podcast.
Uh-huh.
I'd rather bring T-Cat in you to talk about the DJ stuff.
Okay.
Well, that drama.
Well, then we'll quickly cover the stuff that I wanted to cover, and then we'll go right into it. How about that? Yeah, we can plan more, and we'll have more to say so. I would like that, Kat. I would probably like to plan that more, because that was kind of like a last-minute thing. So we could probably plan something ahead of time for that. So the next error is like during the gameplay when you're actually logged in and stuff. These errors are a general network connection errors caused by network disconnections. In the event these errors being displayed, please check the status of your network environment. As general troubleshooting tips, we advise using a wired internet connection instead of Wi-Fi. And PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 users are recommended to review their console's power save settings. Power save settings? Yeah. Oh, if it's like inactive for so long and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Plus, I can get 2 others in on it too. Hey, make arrangements for that. I like that. So we'll plan that for another time. The next one is automatic logout. This is where everyone else is concerned too, the automatic logout. In order to ease congestion, players who are inactive for 30 minutes will be automatically logged out. As we would like to give priority to those who would like to actively play the game, we apologize for the inconvenience, but we ask you to log out when you are not actively playing the game.
Thank God.
Yes. Thank God.
The only downside to that means I gotta cut the time I take the shit.
You better push. Push.
I just gotta not take my phone with me and watch TikToks.
That's dude.
That's all I do. I just sit there and watch TikToks.
Dude, that could be a whole nother discussion we could go through. That always makes me wonder that it's those fucking memes. Why do you take so long in the bathrooms? I go in there, I shit, I get the fuck out.
I'm sitting there scrolling through fucking TikTok.
In there doing the memes on that. It's 1:15. I'm all alone and I need you now.
Y'all are special. Anyways, peak congestion times, which I'm gonna call bullshit on this, by the way, because it's usually congested 24/7. But this is their definition of congested times, by the way.
4 a.m. to 4 p.m. False.
1 a.m. to...
Yeah. I call false on 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. It gets busy after 4 p.m.
And mind you, that's by Pacific time, by the way. That's Pacific time.
Okay.
It's all going by Pacific time. So 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. Pacific time for Japanese data centers, which I can kind of see. North American, 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. I can see that. Everybody's just getting off work and shit. European data centers from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay, so they're thinking 12 a.m. Midday to midnight for the EU side, which is pretty much about right.
Yeah. And of course, the Oceania data centers is from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. But then again, there's barely fucking anybody on them. So I doubt they're going to have as much of an issue as we are. Preventative measures against server crashes. Here we go.
Yeah, so they're doing 12 till 12 for the EU side.
Yeah. To prevent...
is about right, really.
Yeah. To prevent world servers from crashing, the number of characters that can be moved between in-game areas within certain timeframes will be limited. As such, the game may display unable to move to areas due to congestion, which we see that still to this day when we do like hunt trains and stuff. when attempting to enter a different area. If this error is displayed, we ask that you try changing areas again or wait a while before attempting again. We apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your cooperation as we strive to provide a stable gameplay experience. Wait times for instance content. Oh boy, a Raubon Extreme all over again. Oh, is there a lot of people over there? Well, Oceania, yeah, because everyone's taking advantage of the regional travel stuff right now. But, instances of the new areas. During the periods immediately after Dawntrail's early access and launch, areas added in Dawntrail or visiting during Dawntrail main scenario will be heavily trafficked. In order to allow more players to enter these areas, we will be implementing several instances of the same areas, like Instance 1, Instance 2, Instance 3. We've seen this before, of course. Instance areas will have their names followed by their instance number at the end, such as Yurkapacha 1, Yurkapacha 2, Yurkapacha 3, and so on. While each of them share the same map, they will be treated as separate areas, and you will be moved to one of these instance areas when visiting these destinations. Selecting and confirming the instance area, you may choose to enter a specific instance of an area by traveling to your destination through an entrance from a neighboring area or by interacting with an aetherite in the area. A lot of us should know how to do this by now. When moving to these areas via teleport or return, an instance will be automatically selected. Players can confirm which instance they are currently in through a log message in the chat or just simply using the instance text command. Restrictions on instance areas. Players in different instances on the same area can communicate with tells as normal. However, there are some restrictions, such as being unable to see each other's characters in the overworld, which, again, they're separate instances for a reason. Entering the same instanced area as your party. Party members will generally be moved to the same instance area when using teleport or return. However, party members may be split between instances if the destination instance has reached the player cap. As such, players may not always end up in the same instance and may need to select their desired instance either by traveling through an entrance from a neighboring area or by interacting with an aetherite in their desired area. Okay. Support services. Okay, so this is the last little bit. Support services during early access and immediately after launch. The developer and operations team will be providing our utmost in live support in order for our players to be able to enjoy new adventures that await in Dawntrail. World and server statuses, as well as any issues that may arise, will be announced through our Lodestone announcements or our official X announcements. Ian and Newsian, which we hope will be helpful in keeping you up to date with the latest days. So this one right here that they put, this is usually when they announce, like, hey, things are going down for maintenance, or hey, there's some servers down, stuff like that. If there's some shit going on, always check this one out. Always check this out. Alright, I think I just, once again, we apologize for inconveniences that may arise from congestion-related matters, and thank you for the understanding and support. Alrighty, and of course, all worlds maintenance. This is the official time of maintenance when everything is going down. So early in the morning of June 26th, with June 26th, that is a show me my goddamn calendar, please. That is a Wednesday. So super early Wednesday morning at 2 a.m. Pacific time. That is when the entire game's going to go down. We're talking PS4, PS5, PC, Xbox, all of it.
Obviously.
So, exactly, obviously. So, due to the start of early access and the release of 7.0, we'll be performing maintenance on all worlds at times below. Please note that the patch size will be large due to the graphics update, so we recommend updating the clients as soon as possible after patch is released. The patch distribution time may be a few hours ahead or behind schedule depending on the status of work. So with console, strictly, it looks like they're going to start implementing that patch at around 4 a.m. on the 26th. And for Steam, PC, Mac, all of that, they will start on some of us, on June 27th at 8 a.m. But either way, the game's going to be down June 26th at 2 a.m. Pacific time, and will not be done until June 28th, 2 a.m. Pacific time. So everybody and their mothers are going to be logging in at around that time. It'll be like 4 a.m. for me. So my happy ass is going to be taking a nap. I'm going to be taking a very long nap. I'm going to get high and knock the fuck out. And I will probably wake up maybe 30 minutes before this to allow my computer to update the game and stuff. And then we go like right into it. And of course, data center travel will be suspended 30 minutes before maintenance. So make sure you guys get back to your server.
Hang on, so it's 2 a.m. It's going to be up, is there?
And then same thing with homeworld transfer. Get back to your server. I can't express that enough. Ooh,
That'll be 9 a.m. for me.
Also, the companion app will be down too. So, yeah.
That's a 9 a.m. start for me. Let's go, baby.
Lucky. It's super easy. It's super early for me. Fuck me.
Yeah, 5 in the morning for me there. I'm gonna probably be trying to like crash out real early and then freaking get up real early. And
I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming on my Twitch and everything, which, by the way, that is what I'm doing, everybody. I will be streaming the fuck out of this game. So, I will be live probably all day. Probably going to do a 24-hour stream for shits and giggles. So.
I might stream it, see what happens.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of us will be doing that.
Ages.
Again, on early access, or not early access, but official launch date, make sure you're getting your codes into. So, we are going to go to our next conundrum. We already went over this. So, some stuff has happened with a particular streamer that a lot of people should know in the community. I know we have a lot of 14 streamers in the community, like Rin Kirigami, Llama Todd, we all know Asmongold even played at a point. But one of the and Arthurs, which is a goofy motherfucker, mind you. I love him. He is so silly. He is so goofy. But we're going to talk about one in particular, Xenosys Vex. He had just dealt with some shit recently. To sum it up, God, I wouldn't know how to sum it up. And he just announced yesterday, too, he's actually going to make a summary video. Because this man has put out 4 videos. And we're talking like totaling out to about 5 hours worth of shit on one particular dude that he had just dealt with a lawsuit against for defamation, and he won too. By the way, he won, and this dude owes, like, with interest, about $23,000, if not a little bit more. That is a
chicken dinner.
Yeah, and as put, that's really hard to prove, too. Defamation lawsuits are, like, not easy at all, by the way. They are not easy at all. So, of course, the person that he did the lawsuit with was a dude. Essentially, we're just going to name him for what he is. His name is he goes by like several different names, but we'll go by what he is known on. Huh?
Donut.
Donut.
We'll
That's good.
Donut.
That's true. Hey, it starts with a D. There we go. So Donut. We'll call him Donut, but we're gonna clearly see his name and stuff in these tweets. So everybody just got this ping the other day. There's like this Twitter account or X account that shows like recent streamers that were banned. he just recently got this ping. So I want to point something out real quick. Keep an eye out for this time right here. So this was posted my time at 11:05 as of yesterday morning, 11:05 a.m. Suddenly everybody got this ping about how Zeems just got banned all of a sudden. Mind you, Donut here really enjoys creating a bunch of alternative accounts on X, on Twitch, on YouTube, Discord, you absolutely name it. And they will go full force harassment on people like Zeems, Lamatod, this chick Ember that was involved with them at a point. I'm not too sure what the story was in regards to Ember, but I think I know what happened with this, because I want to take this back a little bit. So Xenos, of course, just found out, or just put out a tweet about an hour later saying, I put in an appeal, talking to my partner rep, I'll keep you guys updated. So we're going to go on his Twitter account. Right before this happened, he just posted this about 20 minutes prior. Just got out of court. Lionel was found in contempt of court. See you July 18th for the sentencing. Mind you, he had Lionel also just threatened Zeems' lawyer through voicemail, and there's like 4 different voicemails, and they got it on recording too. They are absolutely insane. And so he's going to court for that, and now this, which is funny to me. But
Like, it's a lawyer, man.
Yep. Also,
What?
he also called the courthouse and said I threatened him with a gun. What a joke of a life Lionel leads. Unbelievable. That's the dude's real name, but we'll call him Donut. Winner POV. I love this. The gun the gun used. But then again, 10 minutes later is when he got the ping, or the ping went out that he suddenly got banned. I'm pretty sure for those that have sat through the 5 hours of footage that Zeems put of receipts, of testimonies, of actual document and public record stuff, we're about 98% sure that Donut did that. I think he made a whole bunch of accounts and report bombed them. And of course,
He was doing all the rest of his nonsense on there, like after watching all of that. Look.
So, of course, thank you for all the messages, guys. After talking with my partner rep and the Twitch appeals, I will be back next week just in time for Dawntrail. Thank God for that. Because I think he got falsely fucking reported by fuckface, by Donut. Very grateful for their understanding, and I love this. I also want to stress this in no way detours me from exposing Donut for the groomer, abuser, and sexual predator that he is. I will have a summary vid covering all 4 parts, which, by the way, they're like an hour to 2 hours long each. Like I said, it's like a total of 5 parts, covering all 4 parts of the series, as well as a special interview. I want to know who's interviewing now. These are planned to be released this week and next. So we've got some tea. We got more tea coming up because I want to know who the special interview is. I have a feeling it's the X. That's the X that is mentioned. The Donut's X that got him back real good.
Yeah, that was the first thought that just came to mind. I was like, oh, imagine if it was her.
Dude, I'm sorry. I praise that woman for what she did, because I would have never thought to do that. Like, she legit, like, after he acted a fool, her and her friend left Donut at a fucking hotel to go continue their trip. And then they said, fuck it, and went back to the house. Donut was living with this girl, by the way. And right now, donuts in the hotel. They go back to her place to premise this. So they took all of his accounts, and I want to premise something real quick with that. There is a reason why she did this. This man shared nudes and videos that he saved and recorded without her knowledge and without her consent, sent them to her fucking family, posted them on Instagram, on Pornhub. If you can think of a porn site, he has X Hamster is another one. He has probably posted on there.
Do you want to keep naming them? You seem to know a lot.
Shit, probably X video. Oh my god, I just thought about that. X video as well, probably. I just thought about that.
XNXX.
But yeah, if you can think of it, it's probably out there. What this girl did, this was how this dude kept a hold of her for so long, because this was like an on and off 5-year relationship, and this dude was using this as a way to keep her entrapped, like threatening to release it, even though he has long already did that, mind you. He has long already did that. She went back to her place, got a hold of all of those accounts, and she just took it. He had nothing. And she made sure the accounts that she was able to get a hold of that contained her private stuff, was deleted, was taken care of, gotten rid of, everything. I fucking praise that woman for leaving that man at some goddamn hotel so she can do that. Because God forbid, if I had the chance to do that with a particular someone that has my photos and other women's photos, I'd have done the same. I'd have done the exact fucking same. And I don't get these, I don't get that abusers think that they can get away with just doing this to not just one person, but to multiple people. And I was even saying this to Will when we were watching the documentary, the Tinder swindler, the guy who dated and used women for money to open like fake loans and all that shit to live a luxury life and all that. How do these people not realize that if they continue to get victim after victim, they're going to find that one woman or one man, they're going to find that one person that will fuck them over bad. And I mean like bad.
Most of those people don't recognize that it could go badly until it does. That's the whole like terrible thing about manipulators and things like that. They just like feed on the power that they're given on there from doing all of that over and over, and just feed on it and feed on it and feed on it until they run into that one person who wrecks the world and be like, I never saw this coming.
Hey, that's why I have there's that such thing as that phrasing, you fucked with the wrong bitch.
Dang right.
You fucked with the wrong bitch. Like in case with the Tinder swindler, this chick found out about the dude dating all these other women and everything. She went to go see the dude and, slept with him, and she was disgusted by this entire thing, by the way, but she had to pretend to get his location and all that shit. You know what this chick did before she had left the place? She packed up all this dude's designer clothing, like we're talking about like Gucci and all that shit. She packed all that up in her suitcases. She went home, and instead of getting the dude the loan that he asked for, she started selling that shit on eBay. And she started getting text message after text message saying how poor he is. He's sleeping in like a hostel and shit like that. It's fucking funny. Similar little situation we got here. He fucked up. They left his ass at a hotel. They went to his place. They took all the fucking accounts that had all of her fucking private imagery and videos of her and stuff. And by the way, again, this was all proven in court as well, that he did this shit. He did this. You know what pissed me off more than anything about that entire thing, he tried to play victim. He tried to play fucking victim. Oh, well, yeah, I can't understand how you can get a restraining order me after all the shit you did to me. And that's another thing. And I just dealt with something like this recently. What is it, 2024 now? I had just dealt something like this in 2021, 2022 with some court stuff with an ex. Mind you, for those that don't know, my ex strangled me back in August 4th of 2021. And it ain't the first time he did it either. And he was arrested. I will never forget the words that were screamed at me. It was her fault. She did this to me. And that's just like one of those things that will never leave my fucking mind. And it's another thing. And Lionel, or I don't give a fuck anymore, Donut, tried to say this shit like, how dare you get a restraining order on me when you've done all this shit to me. This is another thing too with another crazy ex I just dealt with. I don't know why abusers love using this phrase, but it enrages me so much. This is not how a victim should act like. Then what does a victim act like to you, my dude? Tell me that. How should an ideal victim act like? We're not supposed to fight back. We're not supposed to speak our fucking words. It's fucking sickening. It's disgusting. Especially recently, and I'm gonna bring this up too, that a stalker whose name I blurted out during the pilot episode clipped that little bit. And I've got a screenshot of this. By the way, if you're watching this stream right now, yes, I do have proof you did this. And I'm sure he's probably watching it if he's not watching it in the future. If you give me 2 seconds, I will pull up exactly what he named it. But and boy, I have a whole folder with your fucking name on it too. You moron. So they DM'd somebody close to me. And this is how I got it, by the way. Someone really close to me. And they had the audacity to say she has a podcast now. And of course had to mention me when the blacklist update was announced. Like, for real? ? And he titled the clip of that bit, "Not the mindset of a victim. Have not spoken to this person in over a year. Still being cry bullied."
Okay. Like, I just recognized the falsity in that whole thing there. Maybe he didn't speak to you like directly on there, but like I haven't been in this FC for a full year yet.
Yeah.
However, I have absolutely been hearing about him bringing you up to other people and other groups and getting after people about being around you and all of that on there since I've been in this FC.
And I have proof that he had went and harassed my friends. I have proof. I also have testimony that it is not me he just goes after too. I've got testimony from other victims of him stalking them too on whole nother fucking data centers. So, with that being said, do these people not realize, especially when we got receipts, how can you sit there and play victim to this shit? When it is all there in screenshots, in testimonies, and everything. And this guy, and I've been to this dude's house, IRL too. He flew me out there for like a week or two. I actually stayed a couple extra days just because. He tried to fucking groom me like he was this sweet and amazing fucking person when deep down, he is this awful fucking possessive motherfucker. Like, what the fuck, my dude? And that's what essentially this donut did to this poor girl, too. Groomed her that he's this sweet, amazing guy. And then when you're in the fucking thick of it, it's hard to get out of. I was lucky with this dude, this recent dude, that I got out of it before it was too late. If my dumbass had stayed there with him, oh my God, I can't imagine. I would have never met Rummy. I would have never been as intimate with Womp as I am now. Oh my God. The thoughts, it's horrible. And I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, I'm actually probably... I'm getting like a little, like I said at the beginning of all this, I was probably going to get emotional over all this shit. When I hear abusers say this shit, that, oh, you're not a victim, this was a victimless relationship, I was the like, oh, you're not the victim, I was the victim here. Because you're trying to say that because we actually fought back. We actually have shit against you. When you try to tell these people all this other shit, you have no fucking proof of it. Because it's just a word of mouth at that point from you. When I have a lot of shit against you, a ton of shit. And now I understand why, when, mind you, I went over there IRL, they showed me some DMs from an ex of theirs, and they didn't have any messages from their ex. It was like it looked like he was having a conversation to himself. The chick went and deleted all of her fucking messages, and now I know why. Because you share very private information about them. You share very private photos of them, and I know that first fucking hand, too. And so I felt the need to do that recently, too, because I cannot trust you worth the shit. No one can trust you worth the shit. So I made sure, and I'm sure this will be a surprise for you when you watch this, I went and did the exact same thing as she did. Go fuck yourself. And I will actually get very personal here a second. Give me just a moment. I'm going to do something real quick. This is probably something I am probably never going to do again in the future, but... I want people to know how fucking serious I am. Give me a second. Hi, everybody. If you didn't know what I looked like IRL, you do now. Hi, I'm Sin. So I look like IRL. But to show how serious I am, Donut, I might as well call him Donut. I'm not going to call him by his character name. But you fucking Donut, you need to leave me alone. I have done nothing but leave you alone. And anytime I ever hear from my friends that you are going around on alts, or even your main character trying to actually slander me. I also have proof you tried to get me banned at clubs, too, in the past. So... don't even try to lie about that either. When you sit there and say, I'm not a victim, I have so much shit on you. So much fucking shit on you, it's not even funny. So please, fucking try me. And as I stated in my Twitter account, on my Twitter account, I am throwing one more event before Dawntrail. If you show up on an ult, to my FC house, you better enjoy it while it lasts. Because once that new housing expulsion comes out and that new blacklist comes out, I won't ever have to see your fucking face ever again. So enjoy the shit while you last. Please. Okay. Sorry. Needed to get that out the way.
Rant over. Let's go.
Yep.
On a wild side note.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, pretty face. We got a pretty face.
No, don't do that.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Look at the tattoos.
Shut the fuck up. We go.
It's because we love the Noct. We love the sin. We love.
So, in other words, Donut, leave me the fuck alone. Just like this other Donut, he needs to leave people alone. But unfortunately, he does not know how to do that because take a look here. This is his YouTube account, by the way. This is the dude's YouTube account. And what this guy likes to do, and I've noticed this when we were watching those videos earlier, he likes to change the title of his fucking videos in response to shit that's happening in Xenos's live streams and stuff. He likes to change stuff, but this should be proof that this dude was obsessed with Xeno. Like, look how many different fucking... Xeno said before his main account was deleted because he did have a whole nother YouTube account. This guy had a total with this and that one over 130 videos on this guy. This dude had 130 videos about Zems. Like, look, guilty as charged. Xenosys Vex banned for doxing. Wait, what the fuck? Pregnancy fetishists Rich Campbell spotted with Xeno, Harvey, and Spudsy Salmon. What the fuck? Content creator audit, they're not your friends. Shit, chicken thigh. Literal sleep creep rages at adolescent girl in kitchen. Weird. What the fuck?
What are these titles?
What the fuck? Hold on. Trans lesbian MIWA commissions Lalafell child porn. What the fuck? Dude, this shit is like unfucking hinged. And of course these were about the recent stuff. Too early. Oh yeah, this I think was because the guilty as charged Xenosys Vex banned for doxing, which by the way, he was never fucking banned. He offered those who were actual victims of this dude to offer up his address in DMs just in case if they do want to file legal suit against Donut here. But yeah, it's absolutely just insane. And then I don't want to even know what the fuck this is about because I know this is about Zems and stuff. I think this was posted literally after Zems getting banned and stuff too. I'll have to do research later. But yeah, this dude is an absolute just fucking piece of dog shit. And I know these views are because the Zems' fans are going and watching these and stuff. It's the only reason why this dude has views. He's only got 22 fucking subs, or 222 subscribers and whatnot. This guy, as Xeno puts it, he is irrelevant. So it's just fucking wild. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more on this, especially the special interview. So, those that were abuse victims, like Donuts X, like myself, like many other people that I'm usually with and stuff or know of, like, if these people are coming out and saying that this is not how a victim should act like, this is not the mindset of a victim, take that as a compliment, because at that point, that means you're doing something right.
Darn right.
Take that as a fucking compliment. Let that shit empower you.
Rah.
And do not let them ever sit there and say that you are as low as them, that you are just as bad as them. That shit just, it disgusts me. It really fucking does. You have no idea how much that actually makes me mad. I never even heard of crybullying before. Until...
Yeah, me either.
I did not know what crybullying is until I was sent that. And I was like, what the fuck is a crybully? So I actually looked it up. It is a person who self-righteously harasses or intimidates others while playing victim, especially of a perceived social injustice. Oh, so the very thing that you do. What? What? The very thing you do. Okay, cool. People are fucking stupid. That's all I'm going to say. And I cannot wait for the new blacklist and housing expulsion, so I don't ever have to deal with motherfuckers like this ever again. So again, I happily, at this point, encourage you to come to my goddamn FC party. Don't be surprised if people tear you apart, because I'm going to allow it too. But if I knew...
Come this Sunday. Come this Sunday. Watch what happens.
Please fucking do.
I will be there. I will be there. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, because it's Raslin's going away party and he's going over to EU. So
if he is watching this is my official invite to you. Come to the FC house. Watch what happens. You will not last 2 minutes.
I might actually get to do a
that.
full unleash.
full and a release.
I will go full unhinged on you. I will not give two fucks.
It's like nobody's really given me a full excuse on there to fully unleash the bouncer that I am inside.
On Sunday, if he
like-
does turn up, Hatter, you go full metal jacket on his ass.
Please do. I give you full permission to do that. Absolutely. If you somehow show up to the party undetected, good on you. But do remember, that will be the last time you will ever set foot in my plots ever again. Because I already have both your accounts on my current blacklist as is, and all I have to do is click a nice little pretty button, and both of your accounts are on my blacklist, and I will never have to deal with you ever again. Same goes for all the other stalkers, which, by the way, I did get confirmation of, that there are other people still coming to the tavern that shouldn't be there either. Go on ahead. You come right on in. Same thing's going to happen to you too, sweetheart. God damn. It's going to be a good fucking day. It's going to be a good day.
Show your ass and watch get kicked.
Yep, so I can't wait for the new exciting drama when all of that happens too. How people can't suddenly go into certain person's houses and shit. But,
Like, it may be my leaving party. And obviously going over to EU servers on Light.
Mm-hmm.
So the server I will be going on is Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
The FC I am joining is called Full Metal Jacket.
I love that.
FMG.
I love that. That's one of my favorite movies.
I love that film. It
Such
is
a
a
good
great film. And this FC is that big. They cover 2 servers.
Oh, damn. Okay.
They cover Zodiac and Alpha.
Nice.
On Zodiac, they have over 200 members. On Alpha, they have over 140. And as the FC grows in Alpha, I've already been offered an officer position.
Nice. Very good.
Already.
Good. Remind me to make
So-
your alt ahead as well, too. Remind me to do that later when you go to leave and stuff.
What's that for now? Make my alternate officer.
Yeah.
You already have.
Have I? Okay. I wasn't
already-
sure. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, you done it yesterday.
Oh, I did. Okay. Good. I just wanted to
So
be sure I did.
Sunday, it is my last day on Ultros. we are going to be throwing a big ass fucking party here at the FC house.
Yep, it'll be all NSFW hours, so it'll be one of our longest Truth or Dare stuff that we're going to be doing before Dawntrail as well.
Yep.
So that'll be
Run
fun.
by yours truly.
Mm-hmm. And we will have gamba drinks as well for those that just want to hang out, have a little gamble and stuff like that. And we will also have my husband Womp DJing, and I will also have Gundam coming in and DJing as well. So that'll be lots of... Dude, you're gonna have a doozy when Gundam comes in with music. It's gonna be fucking hilarious, by the way. I already have some ideas of what's gonna happen. You're gonna love it.
That's it. I'm gonna make sure I'm awake, so I'm gonna probably take a nap before the...
You're gonna want to take a nap.
Yeah.
You are going to want to take a nap beforehand. But, yeah, there really isn't a whole lot to cover now at this point. I think we've covered pretty much all the main things. Next time we will be streaming, it will be within the first week of Dawntrail releasing. We'll go over everyone's experiences. I'm also going to work with T-Cat here, if she's still in the chat somewhere. I'm going to be working with her to get people together about the whole DJ program thing on Twitch, because that's still... They did the webinar finally. They did the webinar where they invited all the different DJs and stuff, and I would like to know more on what's going that and what 14 DJ streamers are going to do from that point on. You know, from here. You're still here. Okay, that's what I thought. But I would like to know a little bit more, because I help keep scheduling for Womp, because sometimes he forgets things and his computer don't like keeping up with stuff. Hi Remy, hi Bubby. We were just fixing to wrap up stream. Don't worry, you can talk if you want. So I would like to know more of like what was said at the webinar, what was clarified, what the 14 DJs are gonna do in regards to direct support, because they're thinking that, from what I read last night, they're thinking that DJs are only going to get 25% of their shit. Not 50-50, not 52%. They're thinking 25. They're only going to get 25% of their earnings, which is just fucking insane.
Yeah. So, if you do plan to be there on Sunday, if you have your own server now, feel free to take the announcement from our Discord and then just share it around.
Yeah, I've already posted the poster. Everyone. I've already made the poster, so y'all can... 20%! Oh my god, that's even worse!
Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, the poster is in the announcements.
Yep. I also posted it on my X as well. I posted it on my Twitter. I'll go on ahead and have it reposted on Eorzean Grapevine just for shits and giggles as well, too.
Just literally throw it in every single fucking Discord.
I will throw it everywhere as I can possibly do it, because we're going to make this one of the biggest events that we will have before Dawntrail. And I very much plan on it. I've already hit up a whole bunch of people. We've got all sorts of people that are probably going to be coming in and whatnot. And, of course, there's Gundam posting about his obsession with Dr. Pepper. Just got a random DM.
Talking about Dr. Pepper, if Gundam is here, I do have a 2-liter bottle right next to me.
Oh, my God. I'm sure Cat will share that with him.
Like, I ain't bullshitting.
That's funny. I like that this song comes on anytime we're fixing to close out. It kind of makes me happy. Tale of the Star. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for now. Of course, we will see you guys back on the 5th. The 5th of July. It'll be a few days after launch. We'll go over our experiences, how we're liking MSQ if we haven't finished it by then. And we're going to go over some DJ streams. And if there's any more stuff on Zeems, if he does all that stuff that he said he's going to do, I might cover that as well. Or touch upon it a little bit. But, yeah.
Gundam's in the Discord, didn't he?
Huh?
You gave Gundam the podcast title, didn't you?
I think I need to give it back. I think I need to give it back. God damn it. You could
I can't find him in there.
You could just
I'll look
DM
for
it
him.
to him. Yeah, just DM it to him.
That's literally what I'm gonna do. I gotta try and find him now.
Yeah. But yeah, until Friday, I will keep updates on the Eorzean Grapevine on the going-ons and stuff. But yeah, I am I guess I'm just gonna wrap it up here. I am Nocturnal Four once again. I hope you all have a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you guys are. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, so make sure you smoke up a blunt, pop a beer and everything. You enjoy yourself for the rest of this weekend. And of course, Raz, Hatter, you guys got anything else?
Just a reminder on the event. Turn up, have fun. It's gonna be the biggest one yet.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we got Womp DJing, Gang DJing,
Mm-hmm.
Truth or Dare with Hatter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been part of Primal for fucking hell, over 3 years.
Yep.
You know, so I've been here a long time, and I've come across so many people, and it's gonna be sad leaving, but I gotta do what's best for me
Mm-hmm.
as someone that plays I'm from the UK,
Yeah.
and playing on NA servers, like, it restricts me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I wanted to work at a venue, I'd have to wake up at like stupid o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Like when we do the party on Sunday, starts 7 p.m. EST.
Mm-hmm.
That is the equivalent to midnight for me.
Yeah.
And it goes on for 4 or 5 hours.
Yep.
So that would mean like a
tea
4.
drinkers over there living in the future and stuff. Yeah.
That's like a 4 or 5 a.m. finish. So I'm gonna be tired. But you know, it's gonna be worth it because I've got a raid team ready to accept me
Good.
as a first-time raider. You know, my uncle kindly, you know, he's working with 2 people he knows to make a raid team, and I had first offer
Good.
to join the raid team.
Good. Very
I've,
good.
like, off the 3 of them, because I speak to my uncle a lot, and you know, it was really nice to be able to join in on a raid. Obviously, because I've not done it before, because it's not possible for me.
Not right now, that is. But thank God we're getting region travel soon. Very,
Yeah.
very soon. Technically, it's going to be already implemented 7.0, but restrictions, we can't do it right now. So.
Yeah, obviously, once the whole restriction thing is lifted, then yes, I will be coming back to Ultros to visit everyone. There's no issue about that.
Yeah. And
My
he'll
friend
have an
list-
alt too. So.
Yeah, I've got an alt staying on Ultros. Obviously, my friends list is going to be narrowed down.
Yep.
You know, because I got like 140 odd friends at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they
and
expanding
a
that though?
lot of them, I don't think so.
I haven't heard jack shit about the friends list. We heard a lot
I
about
could've
the
heard
blacklist
more
and
of it.
stuff, but we haven't
Yeah.
heard jack shit about friends list. And I hope when we get into the game, maybe they will implement something, but we have to wait and see.
Yeah, obviously it is going to be narrowed down because a lot of people on here I do not speak to,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, they were just like friend now and then.
Yep.
So that friend list is going to be narrowed down a lot.
Yep.
So if I do remove you by accident, obviously I know a lot of people on there I know off by heart. I see them on a regular basis, so they're safe. I'm definitely removing Knocked because, you know, why not?
You bitch!
She could just literally attack me on anywhere she wants. She got Discord, she got my alt, she got my Facebook, she got freaking. She hasn't got my Snapchat, thank God.
You have a Snapchat? Oh, Lord.
But yeah, it's gonna be a good night Sunday.
Yeah, it'll
It's
be
gonna be
a very
fun.
good night. And Hatter, you got anything?
Well, what I used to love to say whenever I used to do all the streaming and stuff and things like that. Make sure that you guys take care of yourselves. Make sure you love yourselves for who you need to be out there. And if you don't believe anything that we talked about, ask my blind brother. He saw it too.
One last thing. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Once you do, it makes a glowy rainbow.
Ye-
Oh,
That-
That's the latest YouTube thing.
That's
Is that
funny.
really?
It did. That's funny.
Hey.
That's funny. But hey, until then, until July 5th, I hope you guys have a good last week of Endwalker. Please do not kill each other during Dawntrail. And we'll see how everything pans out. And you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Good night, Eorzea. Good morning, good evening, good night.
Bye. No promises on killing people.